Mac, we're sitting up there, we're watching this game, and we're trying to figure out what the Green Bay Packers truly are, because you bring Geno Smith out of the ball game, and this Seattle team looks far different. We'll get there in a moment, but Green Bay, you said to me, can play with just about anybody in that NFC. A 6 seed following this win, because we know what the North holds. But this is not a team anyone wants to see come playoff time.
No question. They're very, very talented. And you look at their 4 losses. 2 losses to the Detroit Lions, right? A loss to the Philadelphia Eagles and to the Minnesota Vikings. All 4 legit playoff caliber teams. One would say those are the 4 best teams in the NFC, depending on who you're asking. And what we're seeing right now with the Green Bay Packers is they're playing the best football on either side. Offensively, the issue for their quarterback early on in the year was untimely turnovers, pressing, trying to force things that are not there. He's been super efficient with the football, Joe. Once again, no interceptions, 2 passing touchdowns. That's real smart, efficient football. Look at the engine for their car in Josh Jacobs. 6 yards shy of 100 yards, but he was overly impressive and impactful in this ball game. Then having Romeo Doubs back in the play is huge for their passing game. But defensively, this defense right now, they're playing with a lot of confidence. 7 sacks. When you look at Sam Howell and Geno Smith, 2 interceptions. This is a defense, when you look at on all three levels, they're playing fundamentally sound football, complementary football, and they're overly optimistic. To your point, you look at where they're currently sitting in the playoffs. Winning their division, I don't know if there's a reality in that happening. But if they get into the playoffs, you do not want to see them in the first round, especially with them playing to the level that they're currently playing at.
I know the records don't suggest it, but better team than the Minnesota Vikings in your eyes? More complete?
I think if you had to rank the top 3 teams in the NFC, I would go Philly, Detroit, Green Bay.
Oh, so you're coming around on Philly as well. Different conversation for a different day. We got to talk about this game, because the NFC is also out west, very much up for grabs following this loss. Seattle now tied atop that division with the LA Rams. The Rams do possess that tiebreaker, Mac. It's going to play out. Those two are going to face Week 18, likely with the division on the line. But those chances, there's really no game plan that doesn't include Geno Smith, who leaves this one with a knee injury. What did you see beyond Geno in this game?
Well, Sam Howell did not look like Geno. No surprise, because you look at Geno, he is QB1 for the Seattle Seahawks. He is the guy that prepared as QB1. So instantly, when Geno went out of the lineup, you know, you didn't really see sound play at the quarterback position. But one would argue, even with Geno Smith in the lineup, they had some issues as well. But they're better with number 7 in the lineup. We don't know exactly the severity of the injury. We don't want to speculate. But clearly, he did not look comfortable walking off the field. He went inside the locker room, maybe trying to get an exit or whatever the case may be. But they need Geno Smith to have any hopes in trying to get into the tournament. Without Geno Smith, granted, mathematically speaking, they still have a legit shot. But in terms of having Sam Howell as your QB1, I don't know if he can get you over the hump in terms of trying to get into the playoffs.
The numbers certainly do not suggest that. This team struggled after the exit of Geno Smith, very much in a ball game prior to that exit. But in the end, it's Green Bay with their 10th win of the season, squarely in that playoff picture. We'll see who gets that all-important bid out of the West in the NFC. Now LA, by way of that tiebreaker, again, leading the division. As we take a look at the remaining schedules of those 2 8-6 teams, Mac. Got the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks, or got the Vikings, Bears, and then obviously the Rams. That head-to-head in Week 18 should all come down to that.